So I just want to note real quick that this video has some pretty serious topics such as like transphobia, homophobia, racism, etc. That I cover, and I really wouldn't want children watching this, so I just have this as a warning. My content is not mainly made for children, and it's down in the description below. My content is not for children, so viewer discretion advised, I guess.
I just wanted to let you know, I'm gay, I'm disabled, I hate you, you're a horrible person.
Do you have proof for that? Beyonce, that's what would make me uncomfortable.
Kissing a man in general, it clearly bothers you.
Doesn't bother me, I just think it's gross. Who would have known men walking into... Okay, don't question anything about men walking into women's restrooms ever. They're just there because they're women. They're not predators, no. Why would you do that to a Native American?
I'm actually Native American.
Don't oppress me.
Me too.
To be honest, that intro took me way too long to make, but I thought I'd just try something new. Although it's not very good quality, I think it was okay. Hello people of YouTube, I'm Gavin, and welcome back to another video, where today's topic of discussion is going to be on Kaitlin Bennett. You've been living under a rock. Kaitlin Bennett is a political YouTuber who goes around on the streets, typically in college campuses, interviewing random people about various political topics. These interviews are very, very, very terrible. She's possibly one of the worst interviewers on the planet. She asks a lot of loaded questions, she insults people to get a response, she makes homophobic, transphobic, and racist comments all the time, either on YouTube or on Twitter, and she absolutely loves to play the victim. This video is going to be split into several sections, so let's just get started.
Okay, don't question anything about men walking into women's restrooms ever. They're just there because they're women. They're not predators, no.
Kaitlin Bennett is known for her transphobic talking points, especially when it comes to the trans bathroom issue, whether or not a trans woman should go into a female bathroom and vice versa. And the video is called College Students Have No Morals, which you will see in the video. It's Kaitlin Bennett that doesn't have morals. And as you can see, the likes and dislikes, as well as the comments, are removed. So she wasn't really proud of the negative attention that it probably got.
What do you think about starting an initiative on campus here at UK to be more inclusive to women who have penises, and we can put urinals in the women's restroom for them?
Sounds fantastic.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Okay. What about, let's take it one step close, more for inclusivity here on campus, and put free tampons and pads in the men's restroom for men who have periods?
Sounds great.
Okay. You don't see anything wrong with those statements?
No.
Okay. What men do you know with periods?
General use ones like in Willie T have pads. I use them pretty often. So
I think she likes to make herself look bad at this point. She literally had no response. So the energy of the seizure-inducing intro, it indicates that she's going to own the libs, when in fact, she just gets owned herself. She just walks away with her tail between her legs, like a scared dog, and she doesn't make any arguments whatsoever.
I have a very important question for you.
okay.
Should we put pads and tampons in the men's restroom to be more inclusive to men who have periods here on campus?
I'm not going to answer the question because I don't want to offend anyone. But
What? You're not gonna say your opinion out of fear of offending someone? You're a man! Come on!
A man that avoids the dumpster fire, that is YouTube controversy. It's understandable to not want to talk about this stuff. I swear she can't go one video without insulting a man's masculinity.
What do you think?
I mean,
Should we put tampons in the men's restroom?
it would not bother me because, again, we do not pick who we become and who we are, so it's up to them.
Because not all, because men do have periods too, right?
Well, genetically, no. Biologically, no, but that middle area, because it is a spectrum.
What's a spectrum?
You know, when you're born, you have an X and a Y chromosome. You can be in the middle, all this.
You either have XX or XY.
So this is just blatantly incorrect. There are multiple different combinations of chromosomes other than XX and XY. There's like XXY, XXX, X, etc. There's so many. Also, gender is not the same as sex, so stop using biological arguments to try to disprove that there are more than two genders. It just doesn't make sense. It's unrelated.
You got some big bucks buying $200 AirPods. You know, you can donate to me at KaitlinBennett.org. You can go there.
Yeah, I'd rather shred my money.
What is a period?
I mean, what?
What's a period?
Biological function?
Of?
Looks like Kaitlin Bennett activated her trap card. In this case, Kaitlin Bennett would say something like, "Oh, libs don't know what a period is," when in fact they're just trying to avoid this clearly, blatantly obvious question that's a trap, and it's just leading. Let me respond to this question. Who has periods? Both women and men. Some women, some men. Transgender men can still have periods at the point of transitioning. And transgender men are still men. Have a good day. Then I just walk away.
If you were to walk into the women's restroom and you saw a woman with a penis there using a urinal, would you be concerned or would you accept it and be inclusive? What would you do?
This is not an issue. I'm pretty sure most people can relate to this. But out of my entire 18 years of living, every time I went into a public restroom, I've never seen a person's genitals. It's just not an issue. You're just manufacturing this issue, making it up just to support your stupid argument.
If they're in the women's restroom, then they identify as a woman.
Oh. Who would have known men walking into... Okay, don't question anything about men walking into women's restrooms ever. They're just there because they're women. They're not predators. No.
Transphobia at its finest, ladies and gentlemen. Calling trans people predators. Great look for you, Kaitlin.
Fiance, that's what would make
we're
me
talking about
uncomfortable.
Kissing a man in general. It clearly bothers you.
Doesn't bother me. I just think it's gross.
Not only is she transphobic, but she's also homophobic as well. Not really surprising. Let's take a look at a video that proves this.
Come here! Come here! Okay, again, liberal men here on a college campus just shout at me. They have nothing to say. They just run away.
Nothing to say. Pretty ironic coming from you. I mean, I'd walk away from a homophobic person as well.
So for those of you who are familiar with the channel and keep up with the Kaitlin Bennett derangement syndrome that's on college campuses, I want to show you the biggest case of Kaitlin Bennett derangement that I have ever seen. This grown man was willing to kiss another man.
Oh, a grown man kissing another man? No way. Gross. Give me a barf bucket. Ugh. Grow up. Seriously. How can you be this blatant about it? I mean this sincerely. Screw you. Get a life and grow up.
Alright, can we just have a picture? Like, it's hilarious.
Probably not.
Why not?
I do appreciate it though.
Please?
What do you think? Is Thanksgiving offensive?
Whoa. If we get a picture, I will kiss this man.
I'm not sure if I trust you. Nor do I really want to see you guys kissing, if I'm being honest.
Why'd you ask us?
I want to see if you would do it. Do you usually you don't care about kissing guys? It's just like, okay to you?
Again, why would that be an issue?
Why does it bother me if I want you to do it?
It's such an uncomfortable situation. You obviously you want
it's
to.
uncomfortable. I don't want you to kiss my fiance. That's what would make me uncomfortable.
Kissing a man in general. It clearly bothers you.
Doesn't bother me. I just think it's gross.
If you find it gross, then it clearly bothers you. This is just an oxymoron. This next clip comes from a channel called Jamadodger. I think that's how you pronounce it. But it's just showing some of Kaitlin Bennett's bigoted tweets. So I just wanted to give some credit where credit's due. And yeah, I'll leave the video in the description below, and I'll also leave the channel. I really recommend you watch the full video.
She also chose Pride Month to show her unwavering support for Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A? Chick-fil-A? Chick-fila? Chick-fila. It's kind of like saying, oh, look at me, it's Pride Month, and the left. Although let's just point out that not every pro-LGBT plus person is also left-wing in their political view. That's quite important to say right now. And the left say don't support a company with homophobic values. So look at me publicly supporting this company in Pride Month. She also used the whole situation going on with COVID and the pandemic at the minute to highlight her homophobic views even more, tweeting happiness over the cancellation of San Francisco Pride due to the pandemic.
She's eating Chick-fil-A during Pride Month. She's also celebrating the cancellation of a Pride March. And she had the audacity to call people stupid for calling her homophobic.
Hi, sweetie. Hi. Do you know what the #1 cause of death in the United States is? It's abortion.
So there was a deleted clip of Kaitlin Bennett harassing a child. They do this by saying, abortion is murder. They literally hold the microphone up to the child and say that abortion is murder. Trying to instill certain beliefs into a random child. Now, I couldn't really find this clip anywhere because she deleted it. Surprise, surprise. Even she couldn't live with the guilt. Vosh made a video on this. I recommend you go check that out. And I just used a short clip from his video, but I'll also leave that in the description below.
Twitter people who had clips from this video, but after literally 15 minutes of searching, I was able to find one that wasn't taken down. Because this came from an InfoWars clip.
Hi, sweetie. Hi. Do you know what the #1 cause of death in the United States is? It's abortion.
No, actually,
It's abortion.
Shay, you have a right to one.
Abortion is murder.
I'll abort you after.
You'll abort me after term?
Yes, like late-term abortion. You.
I don't even know what to say. Just stick with interviewing college kids. Like, you don't have to take advantage of the child's lack of knowledge on controversial topics to push your conservative agenda. Like, I don't... And then you had the audacity to play the victim. Like, oh, he threatened to kill me. No, that's not a credible threat, and you know it. You're over-dramatizing things.
We're gonna talk about Lil Nas X, but it's not what you think. It's not complaining about his music video. It's telling you guys how he threatened to rape my father.
This brings me to my fourth and final point, playing the victim. She does this a lot. I already showed you an instance in the previous section where she harassed the child, but there are still many, many more that I have to show you. The first clip is from her video called Craziest Liberal Encounters. We're about to see some crazy libs, so let's just take a look.
Oh, she's gonna eat it. Did you say to me? You know I carry, right?
Wow, that's a crazy liberal. Her getting mad at you insulting her? Wow, how insane. Why would any human get mad at someone insulting them? You can't tell me that you actually think you look good in this. Are you serious? You insulted the woman. She got mad, understandably, because that's a normal human reaction to being insulted. Then you threatened her with a gun. You can't be serious. There's no way that you think this is a good look for you. One final instance that I found is her clash with Lil Nas X over Twitter. And yeah, she made a video on it. Over dramatizing things, of course. So let's just take a look.
We're gonna talk about Lil Nas X, but it's not what you think. It's not complaining about his music video. It's telling you guys how he threatened to rape my father.
Oh boy. That's a pretty huge claim. Look, the tweet was way more mundane than she says it was.
He responds and he says, yep, and I might f yours.
Shift your eyes downward a little bit. See that? She made an openly racist tweet towards Lil Nas X, but she's just gonna gloss over that. Of course, I'm surprised she didn't blur it. He just responded to your racist tweet. Don't be dramatic. It's not a rape threat. It's like a childish response at best. It's not a credible rape threat. It's like the old, oh, I had sex with your mom joke. Like, come on. How could you not see that? How could you not notice that? Unless she actually does know what she's doing and she's just playing it up for the camera. But people will still call you out, clearly from the comments below. That's pretty much all I have to say about Kaitlin Bennett, the terrible, racist, homophobic, transphobic, awful human being that just likes to play the victim, make contradictory statements. It's just ridiculous. But if you have any suggestions for new content, please feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.